What's going on, YouTube? Djinnesis here. I want to talk about Genshin Impact. One thing I want to get out the way first is don't talk about my glasses. They some readers, and I can't see without them. But okay. Look, I just watched. I don't know if I should say his name or not, but a YouTuber, and he just went over Genshin Impact and what he thought about it. And it kind of threw me off. Like, I watch him a lot, and I love his reviews. He does a really good job at reviewing games and putting out content. He does a great job. But it's just this one thing I didn't really understand when it came to Genshin Impact. I'm like, I don't understand where he's coming from with it. For one, Genshin Impact, I guess when you look on Wiki, they consider it to be a action role-playing game. Not an MMO. Not some co-op game, or it's action role-playing, which I think that's what Breath of the Wild is, action role-playing. And so both games are pretty much, action role-playing games. And I was like, okay, someone must have done a comparison video on this, so let me go check this out. And so I went to the video, and I'm going to show a little gameplay on the comparison between the two. And I'm going to let y'all watch as well. I might skip up ahead a little bit, but I don't want to make this too long. As you can see, they both have gliders, and that might be a little bit too loud. Turn that down. Okay, so as you can see, they both have gliders. They both have a stamina system, and they both look pretty good. Nice looking games. And they have enemies in the open world and chests and all that stuff. And yeah, there's a clear similarities between the two. You can see it. Okay, now I don't know. I've never played Breath of the Wild, but in Genshin Impact, they have this element system where the elements interact with one another. I don't know if that's in Zelda or not, but I think that's amazing. It's an amazing combat system they have where, like, if enemies on fire, you could throw some electricity on them, and I think it's called Overload or something. I've played a little bit of it. I hadn't got too far. I'm only on, like, Adventure rank 7. Yeah, 7 right now. And I admit, the rates are low. I'm going to be jumping all over the place in this video, but let me just try to stick to what I'm, like, one thing at a time. All right? You see the similarities between the two. And, they both have dungeons, and they both have things in the world you can find. I don't think I'm pretty sure you can't pick up weapons in Genshin. It's not made that way. But the combat system is pretty nice. Each character plays differently. I know some might be similar to others, but for the most part, the characters play differently. They have different skills and whatnot. I think there's like an E ability that has a shorter cooldown than the Q ability. And what I like to do is take Sucrose, which is one of the 4-star characters that I just happened to get, and I take Sucrose. No, she's not first. I think her name's Rebecca, the archer chick. I take her, throw some fire on some enemies, and then Sucrose with her Q ability brings up like this huge butterfly, and then it just sits there and it's constantly throwing out wind, but it's also picking up the fire, and it's like creating like a whirlwind of fire like every couple seconds. I'm like, that's freaking incredible. And then of course you can freeze water. And I saw another YouTuber freeze the water with this guy right here, this guy's using, and take like the main character, because the main character is Animo, is wind, and when this character throws ice on the water freezes, and then they used the wind character to spread the ice along the water, and he goes back and forth from that character to the main character to this character, and just creates like a bridge across the water. That's freaking incredible. I don't know, the element system in Genshin Impact is it's crazy. So there's that. Okay, I mean, the game's open world, things you can find in the world. The game is beautiful. The stamina system, that increases over time as you find little collectibles and take them to the shrines. I don't know. And I think there's 2 regions or 2 areas right now, and I think they're already working on the 3rd. Let me tell you, I opened up this game, excuse me, and as I'm looking at the map and I'm looking around in person, I'm like, I feel overwhelmed. Like the game is huge. Just exploring everything is going to take a long time. There's a lot to this game. They did an incredible job. And just going around, just killing enemies, that alone is just amazing. So, I don't know. Now, this YouTuber, I don't want to say his name. I'm pretty sure some people might figure it out. But this YouTuber, he mentioned how he would actually take or deduct points from Genshin Impact due to it not having a more fleshed out co-op system, which it has one, but it is limited. Okay, I mean, you can just go around and play around with it. I mean, it's just there. Whereas Breath of the Wild doesn't have it at all, but no one deducted points from Breath of the Wild because it didn't have co-op. I mean, I don't see how you can take points away from the game for having a feature at all. I mean, just something you can play around with. I mean, that's an extra. It's just something more to the game, apart from it already being open world and well made. And then he goes on to talk about how there's no PvP system in it whatsoever, which he also took points away for that. He admitted he couldn't take away too many points, but he still, counted that as a con. But there is no PvP in Breath of the Wild, so why would you expect there to be PvP in Genshin Impact? Not that there won't be later, or, I mean, who knows what they could do. I mean, the game is, heck, it hasn't even been fully released everywhere yet. I mean, there's so much more they can do with this game. There's so much more they can do with co-op. The fact that it's there should tell you that they're working on something. I mean, you can't take points away for extra features in the game. I mean, it's not an MMO. It's an action role-playing game. Alright, so there's that. And then with the gacha system, it will be nice when you do get something, but if you don't, it's not the end of the world. You still they give you characters, I think, of each element. I'm not sure if it's all the elements, but they give you characters that you can pretty much use throughout the story. You don't have to have the best characters. I mean, like he was mentioning, like if you were well, it's not going to matter either way. I mean, if you're well, you're probably going to get the characters, and then you can pretty much just boast about that. Apart from having the characters and using them in PvP, everybody's not going to be able to get these characters because of the rates being so low. You could get lucky, but you can't hold the gacha system with low rates against a game like this. I mean, if it didn't have a gacha system, think about if it didn't have a gacha system and they just gave you these characters you can play with throughout the game, that they give you in the story, and that was it. And then I bet people will be like, oh man, they should have more ways to get characters, or I don't know, something. But what they do is, this is a free game. They gotta make money somehow. This is free, and that is their way to make money. But you don't have to have those characters to get through the game. That is that's the thing. You don't have to have, it's just, for the whale or for the people who get lucky. And then they give you a lot of ways to get the in-game currency to summon on the banners. And then they might introduce more ways to get the characters later on. We just don't know, but you can't deduct points because of the raids in a game like this. This could be played without even it's not a bad idea. Play the game without summoning at all. Which I'm pretty sure is possible. I might try that. I might make a series about that or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, the games are so similar, you can't take points away from Genshin that you wouldn't take away from Breath of the Wild. That's all I'm basically trying to say. Genshin Impact is, I don't know. When you play it, when you really play it, and the game is crazy, man. It's really good. Because I know a YouTuber, Demon King, he was telling everybody how great it was. I was like, yeah, it's good, it looks good, but this is before I played it. Then I actually played it. I'm looking around, I'm like, This game is well done. I was feeling literally overwhelmed from just how the size of the game and the different things and different quests, side quests, secret quests you have to find and be able to do. Game's gonna be incredible, man. Incredible. But I'm gonna leave it at that. And guys, like, comment, and subscribe. When this comes out on PlayStation 4, I'm probably gonna be playing a lot more. As of right now, I've been playing on my daughter's computer because she has my PS4. She's kind of hogging everything right now. So I'm not able to like play as much as I want to. But come September 28th or 27th, whatever, I'm going to be all over this game. And yeah, I put more videos out then. As far as that's concerned, I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.